Should pastors just use the Bible or can they use props? Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, friends? I'm here with James again. Good to have you back. Let's go.
I'm hyped.
Yep. So we're going to do a different kind of episode today. Last time we talked about hell, pretty heavy. Today, we're going to have a little bit of fun, but also we're going to kind of see how churches are doing things. So, there's certain people that, man, we only need the Bible, the New King James Bible. We don't need anything else. We don't need music. We don't need nothing. So then when pastors maybe do things a certain kind of way, it could seem very offensive or like you're trying to fabricate some kind of move of God. And today there's an Instagram page that all of us follow. It's called Pastors with Props. And yeah, and so you can go follow them. And it basically collects like all of these just bizarre props and sermon illustrations from all over the internet. And I've seen this page before, but Aaron has put together a collection for us to go through. And kind of, here's what we're going to do. We're not trying to defame any of these churches and pastors or their ministries. We're not trying to tell you to listen to them or not to. What we're going to do is we're going to have some fun.
We are going to laugh.
Yeah, we're going to laugh. But we're also going to like kind of, does this help or hurt? Or would you ever do a illustration like this? Or how much do you think this cost? We'll have some, we'll maybe have some fun like that. And you'll get to see how other churches do things. Because at our church, we do illustrations, but they're ones that involve like a flashlight that costs no money. So anyways, Aaron?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, you set that budget, Eric, and you're just cheap. So, I mean, that's...
It's called good stewardship.
Oh, sorry. Frugal. My bad.
No, it's stewardship. Stewardship of the Lord's
Sorry.
mite. The widow's mite. It's safe here.
Okay.
Not at all churches, though. All right. So
let's go. Let's get started.
All right. So the first couple ones, some are crazy, and some of these people might have seen, but just want to get your thoughts on this one. Is kind of the craziest one I've seen recently, and I saw a lot of churches doing this. So this is not just this church.
All right. Let's see.
Man, that was amazing. Was that? Woohoo!
Oh, the roller coaster.
Let's go.
That was so cool, man. Amazing. I mean, like when we did the turn, I did double loops.
Church
I did not
Unlimited.
double loops. That
Unlimited
was so
budget.
crazy. Oh, man, that was
That's wild.
amazing. Wow. Man, who doesn't love a great roller coaster, right?
I mean,
incredible.
Who is
how
this?
much do
Do
we?
I know
This
who
is
this
Okay,
I think it was
come to
Bill
you guys.
Cornelius.
Wow. Amazing.
So I don't
actually
know.
met Bill Cornelius
Okay.
a couple years ago. And the crazy thing is he was at a church that I know for a fact used a roller coaster as part of a different thing. That's bizarre.
He was like, how much does it cost for me to rent that?
Maybe in good stewardship, they just purchased it and plan to use it repeatedly.
Maybe it's part of their kids' ministry.
Yeah.
They put it in there. They just pulled it out
There
for
we
a
go.
couple hours
There
on
we-
a Sunday. Okay, so I guess let's guess how much to rent that. What do you think that would cost?
I'm going to go with $5K.
Okay, I was in the probably 7
Okay.
to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Set up all the things. What do you think the point trying to be made there was?
I have no idea. Hopefully, maybe a relationship series?
Okay, relationships or a
Hot take.
roller coaster.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Maybe
Okay.
just that faith is a roller coaster. There's ups and downs.
Okay.
I mean, I get half of these. I get the point they're making.
Yeah.
It's not a bad illustration.
But is there
it's
a
just
difference?
so out there though.
But is there a difference between telling it and or even a picture
yeah.
versus the full, like, did the crowd need an actual
Right.
roller coaster wrapping around to get the illustration? That's where, I don't know.
Listen, some people are visual learners. all
visual
right?
learners,
They just,
yeah.
They just can't hear it. Okay,
All
so
right.
that one was pretty out there. I saw a lot of churches doing that for Easter Sunday.
I've seen a bunch of roller coasters floating around recently. It's a
Yeah.
thing. Yep. Uh-huh.
This guy, this one's a little different. This one's not as crazy. We'll see.
He can't pour it into closed hands. But say this is God's blessing. And I cannot access the blessing because my hands are too tied up holding on to what I've got.
There's a bunch of money
so
on
now
the table.
I can't access this money because my hands are tied. God will get it to you if he can get it through you, okay? So when you say, God, I want to give you my heart.
What I love about this is that this man, he has to have been wrapped going out on stage. Like, they pre-wrapped him.
Because I couldn't possibly get out of here by myself. But look at that. Listen, if you want to change your life, change your mind. If you want to change your mind, renew your mind. How do you renew your mind? It's not positive thinking. It's positive believing that says, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And God is going to get it to me. Somebody ought to shout amen.
So what I love about that is some of these props, I wonder about the setup. I'm like, were you just sitting back there, the last song of worship, completely wrapped up in saran wrap, just waiting to go out on stage? Like,
Lord, I would lift my hands if I could.
Right, but
right now, I'm doing it in my heart.
I just love the idea of like, and how many services do you have? Just every service, like
Fresh wrap.
I gotta go get wrapped real fast.
hey, at least this one was cheaper. I'm going with this is if there's multiple services, this is $12 worth of wrap.
Good stewardship.
Absolutely, bravo.
I like
to
it.
him. Let's see
Okay.
what's next. I'll take that.
And so the point there is like, in order to get what God wants for you, you know, your hands can't be bound or something. So it's like a opening up your hands so God can pour out blessing type thing.
I can get behind the stewardship of that one.
Okay. $12, we'll take it.
Take $12.
That's a decent visual.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Okay.
I think you guys, this will bring up a heated. Maybe we can settle a heated debate between the two of you as well on this one.
All right. Oh, I've seen this one. It's Ed Young.
I'm not too mad at this one.
I mean, I'm impressed they can fit an entire basketball court on their stage. I saw one where they actually had people
Larry.
playing basketball while
Larry.
they preached.
So here's what my thought to this one was originally. Like the court itself, I mean, it definitely probably cost some money. But what stuck out to me the most was I think Ed used to be at a ball.
Okay.
I can see it. He's in his like late 60s,
Yeah.
70s. He's got a decent shot. He
He's
can
trying to
dribble.
hold on.
No, I think he needed the church to know that I used to hoop.
At any moment, you can get these buckets.
Yeah, don't ever forget who I used to be at the park.
I respect it. I'm not mad at this one at all.
But it's the continual twirling of the
He's
ball.
trying to
There's nothing
twirl
like
into the
basketball.
layup.
Yeah, he tried out for Globetrotters.
Right.
Dude, you're white, bro.
It's just, and the best part in all of that's the whole clip, by the way. I did not cut that down or
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah.
he didn't preach. There was nothing there. I'm
No,
like,
that
there
was
not
actually
that.
there was no audible going on.
Not in that one. No, he's just balling.
I'm not saying he didn't preach from that. There was
did,
an
I'm
illustration, but I love that he sat there and was like, "You're gonna watch me shoot hoops for a minute straight here."
I saw a couple weeks ago he cracked open a beer on stage.
No way.
And poured it out. I actually think he was speaking against alcohol, but it was just the visual of it. Of this man's got an open beer on his little sermon table.
That's wild.
That's amazing.
Yep.
I'm not mad at the basketball.
Ed's. I've seen his roller coaster one too. I think that's part of Ed's appeal. Is he can draw people in visually because there's so much creativity put into a point or a message. So, cool. Good basketball.
I'm not mad.
Alrighty, this next one again
Here we go.
makes me question the setup of how long was this guy waiting
Okay.
for this.
2, 3.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Like, was he already in the
Exactly what you
harness?
saw just happened. I prayed, and I hit the wall.
Those keys in the
I
room
know.
or on the video.
The
That I
set.
prayed for, or at least I thought I didn't. Because looking back 9 years now, I did get the miracle.
The
It's just
camera
not the
zoom in
miracle
is
I thought.
crazy.
Y'all don't see it. You missed it. This is a miracle. Because I jumped.
His thighs could not be comfortable. There's no way.
Well, that's what I'm like. Did he had to have had this harness put on him mid-service? Just the logistics behind this
But
crack
I
me
did
up.
not fall.
I never preached like that.
Speaking of crack.
Legs not on the floor either. That'd be weird. Try to be serious.
Right.
Oh yeah. While you're
Looking
like
like that.
harness
Just
like
hanging.
yeah. That's
uncomfortable.
skill.
You are completely unable to, like, how that looks. If it looks just ridiculous, no control over that at that point. If
I
you're
get
hanging there-
distracted just a single person standing up during the
Right,
message. Like
right.
this man is hanging from.
Y'all are being too gracious. I'm not taking anything serious when the
Hey, that's
man
what I'm saying,
is
it'd be hard.
straddled up like that.
Oh no, yeah.
But
There's-
okay, so how much do you think it costs?
Hey, James was running
Wait
a rock
a minute.
wall
No,
before.
I'm not trying
No, you
to.
got more. You got more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, don't try to close the sermon with the person on the Nord Keys making
That's
it
what I'm saying.
sound
Was that
beautiful.
in the room or was that for the video?
No, I'm pretty
he's
sure
on the
that was
Nord.
in house.
He was on the Nord back
landing
there,
his.
right?
He's getting ready to do an altar call in a moment. Don't do
Which
No, while they detach me, we want to make our
what I mean.
altars available.
the funny thing is, the things you don't see in these, it's the logistics of like, how long was this
Wow.
dude trying to talk while like he's like slowly putting on a harness, and then how long was he just getting out of this thing just so we can go pray for people? Like, it's hilarious.
I'm gonna lay hands in about
Right.
3 minutes.
I'm not rolling.
Y'all-
Don't
Yes.
talk to me coddled up in the air.
Y'all can dim the lights back here.
Did you see the way his legs?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I've never, yeah, that was skill. But what I was hearing them, I mean, just such a small clip, but probably a pretty solid point being made,
Absolutely.
like trying to climb and reach for things and just keep falling and like, God, where are you in this? What do you think it cost?
That had to have been.
Wasn't a massive wall.
That was. I think that was a pretty big wall. I'm gonna go again. I'm still in that 5 to 7K.
Think so? Okay. I think you could build something like that relatively cheap.
That's true.
If they have a creative team, I don't know. I would say probably 3 or less, 3,000 or less.
Well, I mean, you know, also the other factor is this isn't like one that, you know, when you rent one that has to be safe, actually. I mean, it's just him going on it. So, like, if he falls, like, it's not, no one's suing him or anything.
Aaron, here's what I'm realizing, and you guys tell me in the comments if you agree. For Aaron to have as much audio time as he's had on this video, which I love, he needs a camera, doesn't he?
He really does.
Because we're like looking into nowhere, and the audience can't see you.
Next episode, we'll have that figured out, guys.
Like it if you think Aaron should be on camera.
In
next time.
Eric's stewardship, we have not had the budget for a
That
camera.
was so
Just
good.
kidding.
Aaron's
I'm
giving
kidding.
has
Great
not allowed
callback.
us to.
Mm,
Yeah, I that one was fine.
okay. This one, I'm not going to lie to you. I can't make the argument fully that there's a prop in this one.
Okay.
And I don't know, she doesn't even allude to it, but you'll see there's someone in the background of this clip, and it kills me. It's
All right.
one of the funniest things.
Let's go.
Jesus did not bring you this far to leave you here. He did not bring
There's
you
a
this far to
man
leave
laying
life
on the
sticking out
ground.
of you.
He does not
did
move
bring you
this
far
entire
to say,
clip.
I know you're still hurt. I kind of healed you, but
Oh,
we're
and
going
the
to leave
organ.
some big
Oh,
scars.
yeah, let it
though.
cook, let it
God did
cook.
not bring you this far to leave you here. He's going to pick
Do
you
we think
up
this
and
man is
take you the
breathing?
whole way. Your miracle is right there.
Slain
but we
in the
gotta
spirit.
move into it. I want to know at every campus today, are you going to move into your miracle? Because if you are, I need a good amen. Somebody praise God for his miracles for 3 seconds. God, all that you have done, all that you're doing, and
is
all that
going.
you're going to do, we praise you.
I love it. That man's chest does not rise and fall once in that video. He's
Lazarus
just.
is on stage.
And the best part about this, I think the reason why I felt I needed to include this is because pastors with props did post that. So I'm like, is he the prop? Is the guy just out cold on the ground? Is he the prop in this sermon?
Or
I just-
did something supernatural happen and she flowed into miracle talk? I'm not sure. So the prop there is him.
Yeah, it has.
So I
I'm
would
assuming.
say A+ on budget,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely free.
unless he died, and then that would be horrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been a part of many church services where I'm getting prayed for, and like the pastor is trying to push me to the ground, and I'm like, I don't feel like going to the ground today.
Oh, you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be disobedient? Oh, you're gonna disobey God. Okay. All right. See if that miracle comes.
I just want to know, like, did he wake up that morning knowing that he would be laying at the altar?
It's on the
I don't know.
agenda.
Yeah.
Oh, or he's a staff member. Didn't have. A
I don't want
choice.
to. Yeah, we're not critiquing the other parts. There was some interesting things being said.
That's fair. We'll stay safe with
But
that.
for prop, we can't see the full thing. But you know,
The A+, yeah.
yeah,
Cost
someone
nothing.
unconscious on stage that would get your attention.
Oh yeah,
Costs nothing.
absolutely.
Yeah,
All right, so this next one,
just play it.
yeah,
So what-
we'll
Play it.
see.
No one looks at that and says, "Oh, that's cute."
What is that?
What
It's a bow and
little
arrow.
decor you have there. When anyone looks at this, they would see that it is a weapon. It's a weapon meant for destruction.
Now, I
no
included
one
this
says, "Hey, pull
one
that bow and shoot me. I hope it tickles."
because it was the only one I could really find in the moment. But
You
I have
look
seen
at this and
several
you
where
realize
people
it's a
have
weapon
a
meant
bow and arrow
for
with an arrow in it
destruction.
that they are shooting at points on stage. And so I was like, I got to find something of that. But this is a common theme. It's like the roller coaster. There are several churches that are like, yes, shooting an arrow in church. This is.
So where do we think this guy
wise.
is pastoring? Let's pick a
Oh,
state.
yeah. I'm going Colorado
Colorado.
or Wyoming.
Okay. Was there a southern draw at all Did we get a little
Play
something
that again.
going?
Play a little bit of it again, Aaron.
Let me just
It's a
see.
weapon. No one looks at that and says, "Oh, that's cute."
Okay, that's good.
Not
enough.
really.
Well, pastors are rarely from where they're from. I'm just kidding.
It's
So
giving me Tennessee vibes.
yeah, I was in the Alabama area.
You're in Bama, okay.
Just yeah, it takes a certain crowd to like really lean into a bow hunting. I don't think I could capture our church with a bow.
no,
Maybe a little Montana.
Yeah, it could be
Montana
could be.
definitely thought
Somewhere
that.
north.
Yeah, I think it's mostly guns out there, but
That's fair. That's
Um,
fair.
yeah.
Shout out to
So
Yellowstone.
probably his.
Mhm.
If he's gonna make it, you
Yeah,
know.
he definitely owns that.
Okay,
He's
so A for
yes.
budget.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great job, stewardship.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you know, I'm sure the church received something from it.
It's his people.
And he didn't shoot it there. I have seen people shoot it as well.
I saw that. I saw one
Yeah.
last week where the guy, like, he literally let it go.
Big time liability.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw one the other
Wouldn't get
day.
near it.
I couldn't find it. I was so sad. The dude was holding a piece of wood and someone was shooting it at him.
Yeah.
And
not good.
I'm like, that is
No,
that is
Nah,
sketchy.
Not smart.
that
Yeah,
at all.
I can't
That's
get
like when
behind
you remember back in the days, the snakes that they would bring in. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
If
Oh yeah. Actually, man, that could have been part of it. But it's
We
sad
missed
because a lot of
it.
these guys
they
died.
died, man.
Like, hey, I'm gonna misinterpret scripture so badly. I'm gonna show you what misinterpretation looks like, and they get bit and die.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yep.
All right,
right.
what we got?
All right, what we got? Yep.
And then we got one more here.
Oh, last one.
Well, not last one. Last one of this. I got a
You
special.
have these in
little-
categories.
I got a special segment we're giving just for James here.
Okay.
But this is the last of just the general ones.
All right.
This is on church?
Yes, this is in a sanctuary.
How is that
About to
possible?
say, I think I'm gonna get bucked off. Do you think this would be a good time for me to punish her?
Music.
Because really, this is what breaking horses is. You get them to where they don't buck you off. She's not supposed to do that. So don't do that.
Oh, this will be good.
She
Oh my.
This
definitely doesn't get it.
he could
This is
actually
illustration
die.
going bad, right?
Yeah, he can die.
I feel like the music does not match.
And the
what is
time and the
happening.
patience that I'm willing to continue to sit here and contend with her and negotiate with her isn't like I'm gonna, okay, fine, buck if you want.
I'm not mad at the applications of this
That
one.
wouldn't be me loving her.
I saw a lot of people.
You know
in the
what I'm-
comments of that
I'm
one.
not mad at that one.
Was the horse doing like the best illustration possible because it was disobeying, or was he
think it
rolling
was.
with the horse, not doing what he thought the horse
I
would
think
do?
he prepared for either outcome.
So when I looked at the comments to see, a lot of people were like, "This was actually a really good sermon, and this made the point really well." And it's like I think it was intended. I'm clearly the dude's comfortable with horses, so he probably knew how to make sure the horse
Yeah.
like could kind of act that way. But I was like, "How like what are the logistics behind this?"
I would say A plus.
love
for
that.
Oh, yeah.
preaching
That
Yeah,
is-
I actually love that.
on a horse that
Yeah.
could kick you out.
Yes.
And
Oh,
That's
yeah.
probably
destroy
my
your life.
favorite one that we've seen.
That's
so
bold,
far.
by the
That
way.
was awesome.
That's crazy.
So probably maybe own the horse because of how familiar he was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good budget. Yeah, I like it.
I like that a lot.
I like
I
it.
thought that I think that might be one of the more alarming things. I'd walk into church and be like, "Oh, wow, we have a horse today." Like that definitely would catch me off guard. But
definitely
He
not
rides that
forgetting
horse
that,
every
yeah.
Sunday. Yeah.
I gotta
Absolutely.
say, and this one's for James because I know you love Mike Todd. Mike Todd is unequivocally
This is the goat of
He is
props.
the goat of using props.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1,000%.
he
There's-
is
there's
pastor with props.
no he is. There is no competition. Every other like video on that account is just Mike Todd.
Yep.
And
Let's get it.
he's got some crazy ones. So we're gonna go through some of Mike Todd's. Like we'll start light and work our way up a bit. But
Okay.
just to show like this man, he doesn't know how to preach without a prop. I'm convinced, and I respect it
Let
honestly.
it fly. Let's go.
But what he didn't know is when he wasn't there training me, I was going to the gym and I was feeling the 50s. Y'all.
The 50s.
I was being embarrassed in the dark. I was trying
Oh my.
until one day, I don't know what happened, but I got in the gym by myself and it was in the dark when nobody could see. And I said, and I went back and I started hitting the 50s.
I feel like this is Ed Young too. I just need y'all to know.
Yeah, then I can still.
New PR, baby.
I'm in shape.
Some of y'all need to hear what I'm saying. Some of y'all need to go into your prayer closet in the dark
With the 50.
and start praying for stuff that feels heavy. You need to start believing that every one of those children will serve the Lord. You need to believe that everybody that has been in poverty in your family is going to walk in abundance.
Yes, sir.
You need to start believing that the whole earth is groaning and waiting for you to come into your new. Y'all gotta
I feel like you can say anything.
Yes.
If like, man, if y'all want a miracle, you better get some hot sauce.
Yeah.
Like as long as you stop and look away real quick and then jump back in, you can literally say anything and
yeah.
get people riled up.
That's just
It's
amazing stage presence right there.
What I loved about that one too is that he needed two 50-pound dumbbells, and this man had an entire weight rack in there that some intern, was lugging in out of a car.
Yeah.
It just, it
Intern
cracks
got
me
there
up.
6 a.m. to get this.
Oh, those are actually 20-pounders, but he just
Ooh,
manipulated the illustration.
That would hurt my feelings.
But either way.
That hurt my
Mike,
feelings.
I hope those are real 50 pounds.
All right, this one's pretty good too. This one had me cracking up the whole time.
Getting lined up.
This is how a lot of our Christian life looks. That God has you in a position, he's trying to cut on you. He's trying to do something, and every time, and then you start doing stuff like this. What if you kind of like, what if, no, what if you kind of, turn it on? No. You know why God doesn't turn on a lot of the blessings? It's because your hand is still on it.
There it is.
It's because you trying to direct where it's going. He said, this will hurt you too much if I turn this on right now. If I turn on the favor, if I turn on the blessing, if I turn it on, I need you to sit.
Oh,
Hey.
man.
One thing, he gonna get that crowd support.
How could yeah. Anyways, we're not. But it's like if you pray
Come
for
out to the ledge with me.
if
Come
you pray
on.
for open doors and God gave you the open door you've been praying for, but I don't. How could God's blessing or favor ever hurt you in any scenario ever? So I don't agree with what he said. But regardless,
That was low budget. That was low budget.
probably had to pay that guy. That guy's not in his church.
I would.
just kidding.
Okay, come on. Hot take. He definitely gets his hair cut. He has a barber shop
Specific
in his
barber.
church.
Oh.
I think he probably.
Oh, in the church?
Yeah, I know a lot of black pastors that they get edged up in their church. Like they have a room specifically for haircuts.
Like before service.
Absolutely.
That is
Wow.
wild.
That's
Absolutely.
commitment.
That's
To look good on camera, I'll tell you that. Dude, I'm looking dusty after 2 weeks right now. I'm looking bad.
Maybe that'd be some good stewardship right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe we could take up an offering.
Hey, we have an elder in our church that actually could probably help you out.
I mean,
No,
I have
he costs too
tried.
much.
I cannot get a discount. A minister's discount is unavailable.
minister's discount. Not like the good old days.
Yep.
All right, keep them cooking.
All right. Here's another good one from him.
My favorite is Chinese food and ketchup.
Ew.
Why you so bothered? Who gonna clean it?
That's a nice suit, by the way.
Oh, he's trashing the stage.
Yeah, this is just the house of God. It's just a house. It's just a house.
You could talk about like the body of your temple.
This is Romans 12, yeah.
Just a house.
I think he's just upset that people leaving trash.
Who cares?
What if it was?
I lift my hands in the sanctuary.
I'm telling you how to pick up your cups for 3 weeks.
This is a black classic, by the way.
Dude, the amount of stuff on this table for him to grab and throw is ridiculous.
He's gonna keep
Now,
going.
is it paid staff cleaning this up or interns?
Right. Interns on.
Interns.
Don't care so much.
Volunteers.
It's just a temple.
I'm getting nervous now.
That's syrup.
That is syrup.
Oh, this syrup goes
Syrup
somewhere.
all over the communion.
Oh.
Don't care so much. Over the Bible too.
Oh Lord.
Ooh, you're in
Yo,
trouble for that.
stop acting like you care about this. I mean, man, stop acting like this matters to you. On the picture, I need to do some artwork on the picture.
I love that someone's just giving feedback, but like,
Come on,
you missed some.
Oh, come on. Oh.
It's spray paint.
This is a long video, so I think we're
Yeah,
good
I think
there.
we're good.
But yeah.
What do you think the point
I
was
don't
there?
know. I
Is
don't
this
know what-
defiling the temple?
I think so. I
Temple's
think
not
so.
the church. I don't know. I was trying to figure out, like, this all the stuff you're. I don't know. I don't know where he was going with
I
that.
don't know where he was going with that.
On actual materials, the food, pretty low budget.
The backdrop looks expensive. That
the
looks
prop-
like Hollywood type of like living room. You know how you can
the
just
couches and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So they would have
rolling
had to
it
have
in.
multiple of each of those for multiple services, I'm sure.
No, that's high. That's high quality production.
Yeah.
1000%.
Yeah, I would say probably in the $5,000 range. Different couches and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing as well I see it with Mike Todd's stuff, but I'm sure it could apply to all of them. On one hand, it's the question of like, oh, does this really make a difference? Is it helping? Could you do something less? At the same time, when the props and illustrations are so over the top, I guarantee you every person in this church remembers every sermon that he ever has preached that they've been at. Like, oh, that
Or
was
do you get so used to it you can't tell them apart anymore?
Yeah.
I don't know how you'd be like,
I don't know.
which time was it that he
Yeah.
poured syrup on a Bible? I don't know.
Maybe.
Like,
I say with proper application, because I don't know where he ends up in these sermons. But yeah, I think those are things you will never forget.
Yeah.
Is unforgettable.
And that's really the point of an application and an illustration is to make it memorable.
Absolutely.
So I don't have any issue with that.
all right, this
How
one.
many more do we have?
2 more.
Okay.
From Mike Todd.
2 more.
This one
From
might
Mike.
be my favorite one.
from the
though.
GOAT.
No, this is it. This is the last 2.
Okay.
This one might be my favorite.
All right.
You don't see it clearly yet,
Oh my Lord.
but you hear.
You faking a stutter?
He's talking to Loogie.
He just hocked the loogie in his hand.
This one's messed up. That was his
This
brother.
dude knows
his
what's
brother.
coming
That was his
too.
brother.
He knows.
He got killed for this.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
because the vision I'm about to give you,
Oh no.
it might get nasty.
Oh my. Get nasty. Who wants to get nasty in the church?
He just says, "No, take the rest of it."
And do you
The smell of
do you
spit.
hear and see the responses of the people?
The smell of
Oh, that's what would be.
What I'm telling you
Oh man.
is how you just reacted. Is how the people in your life will react.
When? Oh,
So-
when you get your miracle.
So I will say, incredibly low budget. I mean, just
A
literally.
little bit of spit?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
No.
much did that guy need to get paid though?
Well, I was gonna say you
That's
might.
his
Someone
blood
spitting on my
brother, though.
face.
That's
Is
his
that
blood
man
brother.
sitting there going saying, "I'm going to another church after this"?
If I knew your prop budget, I'm not getting spit on for free.
Right.
Nah.
At least you
Cut
take
me
me out
a
to
check
Red
for-
Lobster or something after.
You gotta take me out to lunch first.
Yeah, that one I remember that. That was
Yeah.
hard to watch.
Yes. He did that same day, I believe. He did get online.
No,
and he
not
did,
the same day. It was
Okay.
later, but it doesn't matter.
He did get online.
He got
and
tore up
repent.
so hard and
Yes.
was like, "Yo,
He
I went way
apologized.
over the top with that one." And then like 2 weeks later, he came out with something. I can't remember what it is. Maybe it'll be the next one. He came out with something wild like 2 or 3 weeks later, and I was like, "I don't think it helps you."
Okay, so this is the last one,
Let's go.
and this is just the epitome of like the logistics behind pulling this off. I
All
just
right.
respect it.
But can I tell you, Jesus usually escorts you into the storm. God, hold on, God, I thought you was doing something. I thought you was, hold on, no, I'm in the middle. Hold on, no.
That's on
I'm in
stage.
the middle.
I remember this one.
How do I
That's
get
pretty
out of?
impressive.
I'm your anchor. Trust and know that I am God. Be still.
The logistics of
Yeah, that
somehow
was-
getting water,
you seen
standing
that
in
one?
water.
I've seen that one. If you give me that same prop, I will tear that sermon up.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
be completely
yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I just,
No, that's an A+ for creativity.
I'm
Oh,
taking
yeah.
that
water
one,
on
yes.
stage. Yeah.
I genuinely want to know how'd they do it? Also, where was he preaching from? Was he just in the boat the whole time? Like, was he standing in like 6 inches of
probably
water?
just got
Like,
in. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like that one.
Then you wear
see it.
shoes the whole time? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
it's
You gotta
we
be
can-
selective.
We can pull that one off.
We could.
Yeah, we can totally pull
Let's
that
do
one
it.
off.
Let's do it.
We can get the kiddie pool, the hot.
Baptism Sunday.
Let's
Ooh,
go.
okay.
Ooh. Okay.
I love it. No, Mike Todd definitely. He is the most consistent of just. I don't know how he thinks of some of these.
Well, there's a whole team, but that's awesome. Get creative people around
Absolutely.
you. At the end, the memorable side of preaching is, it's an important part. Was that it for videos?
That is it for
Okay.
videos.
So what's our takeaway?
Takeaway is
We need to do more illustrations.
probably. I think with great application, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm
so
all
am I.
for it.
Totally. And again, every church's budget is different. I'm not saying. I mean, $10,000 is $10,000 no matter where you come
that
from.
is a lot.
When your budget's $20 million, and if you feel like you can really make a point, Obviously, that's, they got to decide for themselves. But I think illustrations are awesome. I do think we should do more of them in a way to tell a story. That little janky flashlight one I did a few weeks ago, I've had multiple people bring it up. Like,
it's impactful.
I get it. I saw it differently.
Do you remember when you stood on a can of Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
That was very impressive.
I do.
That was very impressive.
And those aren't new. Like almost every illustration, I've seen certain ones done somewhere. Let's do this. What is the craziest or the most illustration gone wrong? Has there ever been one in ministry, like one that just went off the rails, like not good?
If you have something first, go, because I have to think.
Yeah, I do have one that comes to mind. It's an illustration, not visual, more of a listening illustration. So yeah, I decided to play for an entire youth ministry the audio clips of hell that I found on YouTube in about 2007. 23 minutes in hell. And I made it a part of a service where I set this whole thing up about heaven or hell, where are you going? And I played all 23 minutes.
That is diabolical.
And it was the screaming and the shrieking.
Yeah.
The gnashing of teeth.
The gnashing of teeth. There was literally someone who claimed to have been able to put a probe far enough down into the earth's crust where they heard hell. And so, I was in a Pentecostal, church, and around that time, like, ChatGPT isn't verifying much. So it's like, you can kind of just run with it. And I heard about it, and bro, it was the most traumatic illustration.
And you did not lose your job?
No. I had, but we were doing pretty good though.
See, when you run a successful ministry, I feel like it gives you a lot more like leash to try something crazy.
Actually, the pastor's kids were in the church. I actually don't know what they might have said that night. I don't know if their pastor cared anyways.
There's nothing coming to mind for me right now. Nothing. Anything, Aaron?
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if I have, I don't know. I've always thought through my illustrations, like just really anything that I'm saying from a stage, like, do I want to get an email from a parent about this? And if it's no, then I'm just not going to use it because it's not worth it. But I've been at plenty of camps where I've seen, a variety of illustrations brought up and different examples from life. And my favorite one that always happens, this is not just a specific one. It's dudes at camps will be like preaching to these kids and they'll go use an example of like, a time I was dealing with like temptation with like lust and stuff like that, or like a girlfriend. And they're talking themselves up like they've got like the hottest girlfriend back at and it's like, are you like just reminiscing about like how great you were back in high school, or are we talking about like a real thing you dealt with? I love I always see those, but
okay, I have one that it affected me personally.
Okay.
I'm at youth camp one summer and the pastor, he brings up what would you call it, like a barrel that you can like light on fire. And
a barrel burning service.
Yes. And so he guilt trips all of us about sin. And, I know you got it on you, whatever it is. And I start feeling this pressure of like, I need to participate when this altar call, because it's not going to be a praying altar call. It's going to be a come and submit this as we burn it.
Yeah.
And dude, I started just justifying why I need to put this iPod that my mom just bought me to be burned.
Not delete the music and
no,
put new
not
stuff,
delete,
but like
bro.
The whole device.
I literally get up and I put the iPod that my mom, her hard-earned money, in there. Never saw the iPod again. I made an oath I would not listen to Jay-Z or anyone else again. Ministry leader buys me another iPod that same summer, and I re-download Jay-Z and every other song.
There's some leader that listened to your iPod all summer long.
For sure.
I never heard of this in my life.
Yeah, that was about personally affected by props.
That is hilarious.
Well, here's our big takeaway today. I would encourage any church, do whatever you can do to drive the main message, the gospel message, forward. And if a prop helps, awesome, cool. So today we just had a little bit of fun. That was kind of the goal and point. Next time we come back, we're going to be we're back to serious. So let's go kind of like in your face and then a little bit of fun. We'll just kind of ride that rhythm for a little bit. So about once a month is when we're going to post these. So anyways, thanks for joining us today. Enjoying the comments, and tell us if Aaron needs to be on camera.
And Mike Todd, share with us just a little bit of your budget, please.
Yes, amen. Send a check.
Amen.
Have a great week. See you later.